Hey Good Sam, this is Pastor Jed. I want to thank you for all of the words that you're submitting for your word for the year. This is what it looks like so far. We are looking at words like gratitude, time, peace, discipline, reliance, wisdom, hope, serve, endurance, glimpse, positive, perseverance, peace, follow, knowledge, steadfast surrender, trust, and so many more words that God has given you to lead and guide you into 2024. I'm really encouraged, and I want you to know I've already begun praying for you. If you haven't had a chance to submit your word for the year, please do so. I'll add it to the list, and I'll begin praying for you. Speaking of words, we began a new series this Sunday. It was called The Power of Words. I think we all want to be powerful. I think we all want to have influence. We all want to say things that make a difference. What we discovered is that we are powerful. Our words are powerful. We know that's true because we are who we are, and we think the way that we think because of the words that people have said to us or about us. Words are so powerful that they define who we are. We're also reminded that the words that we speak, they have the opportunity of defining other people. And so we are leaning into words this month. We looked at James chapter 3, and he has a lot to say about words. He makes an observation in chapter 3. He says, if you can control your mouth, then you control your whole body. We found that to be true. He reminds us that if you can control something small, it has a huge influence on something big. He says, think about horses. If you put a bit in the mouth of a horse, you can control the whole animal. Think about rudders on a ship. A rudder is so small, but the rudder is what controls the whole ship. He says the tongue is the same way. The tongue is small. It's only about 4 inches, but the way that it can operate, it controls your whole life. It controls your whole direction. It controls your future. He says, unfortunately, the tongue, it's untamable. It's undomesticated. The tongue, it can just get out of control in a hurry. I think we've been in that place before where something has popped out of our mouth, and all of a sudden we realize that we have said something that we should not have said, and it has sparked a fire, and that fire has burned out of control. That's how James describes the tongue. The tongue is like a spark that can create a fire, and that fire can just burn out of control. Now, where does that come from? James reminds us that we are fighting against an enemy. Our enemy's goal is to steal, kill, and destroy. And so when we let our guard down, our tongue can say things that are ultimately destructive. And so we're leaning into that. We're listening and we're evaluating the things that we're saying. This week, I asked you to think about the things that you were saying. And when you say things that you should not say, ask God to help you to speak more kindly, more lovingly, more gently, more patiently. Today, we're going to be reminded, or on Sunday, we're going to be reminded that the tongue has the opportunity to build up. And so as we're on this journey to follow Christ, I want to encourage you to come. We're looking at Ephesians chapter 4, one of the best chapters in Scripture, as we are looking at continuing our series with the power of words. I'll see you on Sunday. Blessings.